Let me tell you something. Your future isn't waiting for luck. It's waiting for you. If you keep sitting back, hoping for the perfect moment, you'll still be sitting years from now. It's time to stop waiting and start creating. Let's talk about how you can build the future you were born for. Too many people wake up each day with no clear sense of direction, no vision, and no concrete plan for their future. They live day by day, reacting to life rather than actively shaping it. But let me tell you something, life is not meant to be lived by accident. It is meant to be lived with intention, with purpose, and with a strategic plan. You were not created to drift through life without knowing where you are going. No architect builds a house without a blueprint, and no successful person achieves greatness without first having a plan. The difference between those who fulfill their potential and those who do not is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is the presence or absence of a plan. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish. This means that without a clear plan, without a vision for your future, you will live in confusion, frustration, and ultimately unfulfillment. A person without a plan is like a ship without a compass, drifting wherever the wind takes it. When you don't have a plan, you become subject to circumstances, to the pressures of life, and to the influence of others who may not have your best interest at heart. Think about it. If you were traveling to a new city and had no map, no GPS, and no directions, what would happen? You would get lost. Kitty. You would waste time. You would take unnecessary detours, and you might never reach your destination. Now apply that to your life. Without a plan, you are moving without direction. You might be busy, but are you making progress? You might be working hard, but are you building something meaningful? Plan is what transforms activity into achievement. Many people assume that things will just work out for them. They believe that life will automatically lead them to success if they just keep going. But that's not how life works. Success is intentional, not accidental. Not accidental. If you don't have a plan for your life, someone else will make one for you, and it may not be in your best interest. If you don't set your own goals, you will end up working to fulfill someone else's. Look at the great men and women of history, whether in business, leadership, or faith. None of them stumbled into success. They planned, they prepared, and they executed their vision with diligence. Jesus himself did not operate without a plan. He came with a mission, and every step he took was intentional. He didn't waste time. He didn't move aimlessly. He knew exactly what he was here to do, and he followed through until the very end. If Jesus needed a plan, how much more do you? Now, let me ask you something. What is your plan for your life? Have you sat down and truly mapped out where you want to be in 5 years, in 10 years? Or are you hoping things will just fall into place? Are you waiting for the right time to start planning? Let me tell you, the right time will never come unless you make it. There will always be distractions, always be excuses, always be reasons to delay. The only way to take control of your future is to start planning it today. A plan is not just about setting goals. It is about creating a roadmap for your life. It's about knowing your purpose and taking intentional steps to fulfill it. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there, but will it be where you truly want to be? Some people fear planning because they are afraid of failure. They think, what if I make a plan and it doesn't work out? But let me tell you this, failure is not the enemy. The real enemy is doing nothing. It is better to have a plan and adjust it along the way than to have no plan at all. When you have a plan, you have a foundation. You have something to guide you. And even if obstacles come, even if you face setbacks, you can still recalibrate and move forward. Another reason people avoid planning is that they don't believe they are capable of achieving great things. They think, who am I to dream big? Who am I to dream big? Who am I to set high goals? But let me remind you of something. God created you with greatness inside of you. You were not born to live an average life. You were born to fulfill a purpose that only you can fulfill. But you will never walk in that purpose if you don't take the time to plan your future. Many people live in survival mode, only thinking about today, about their immediate needs, and not considering the long-term impact of their actions. But if you only focus on the present, you will never build the future you desire. The decisions you make today will shape the life you live tomorrow. What are you doing today that is preparing you for the future? Are you investing in yourself? Are you developing your skills? Are you surrounding yourself with the right people? Or are you wasting time, letting the days pass without direction? Think about an athlete preparing for the Olympics. They don't just wake up one day and say, I think I'll compete. No. They plan, they train, they discipline themselves, and they commit to a strategy. They know that success doesn't happen overnight. It is the result of consistent preparation. In the same way, you must treat your life as something worth planning for, worth preparing for. One of the most powerful examples of planning is seen in the life of Joseph. When God gave him a dream, it wasn't just a vague idea. It was a divine vision for his future. But notice what happened. He didn't step into that vision immediately. He went through a process, a journey of preparation. He faced trials, setbacks, betrayals, but through it all, he remained faithful to the plan God had for him. He understood that greatness is built over time, not in a single moment. The problem with many people today is that they want success without process. They want the reward without the work. But God does not bless laziness. He blesses preparation. When you plan your future, when you take intentional steps, when you remain faithful in the small things, God will open doors that no man can shut. It's time to stop making excuses. It's time to stop waiting for opportunities to come to you. It's time to stop saying, I don't know where to start. Start with what you have. Start where you are. But start. Sit down today and write out a plan for your life. Identify your purpose. Set goals that align with your purpose. And then commit to taking daily steps to make those goals a reality. Remember, a dream without a plan is just a wish. But a dream with a plan becomes a vision, and a vision with action becomes a reality. Your future is too important to leave it to chance. God has given you the ability to strategize and to create a plan. Use it. Don't just go through life aimlessly. Decide today that you will take control of your destiny. Decide today that you will plan your future with wisdom, discipline, and faith. Because when you plan your future, you don't just shape your own life. You leave a legacy for generations to come. One of the most powerful truths about life is that nothing great happens by accident. Every achievement, every success story, every breakthrough is the result of a plan that was set in motion long before the moment of victory arrived. If you study the lives of the most impactful people in history, you will find a common pattern. They all had a vision for their future, and they worked relentlessly to bring it to life. They did not simply wake up one day and find themselves at the top. They were intentional, they were strategic, and they refused to let life dictate their destiny. The problem with many people today is that they live without a clear vision for their future. They let life happen to them instead of taking control and shaping the life they desire. They move from day to day, reacting to circumstances rather than creating their own opportunities. But let me tell you something. God did not design you to live aimlessly. He gave you a mind to think, a spirit to dream, and the ability to plan. And if you do not take control of your future, someone else will. Planning your future is not about making guesses or wishful thinking. It is about recognizing that God has placed within you the ability to structure your life with wisdom and foresight. Too many people wait for the right moment to take action, but the truth is, the right moment is created by those who are prepared. The opportunities you seek will not appear out of thin air. They will come when you have positioned yourself through strategic planning and intentional decision making. Let's talk about preparation. Many people desire success, but they are not prepared for it. They want to lead, but they have not developed the character to handle leadership. They want financial increase, but they do not have the discipline to manage resources wisely. They want open doors, but they are not ready to walk through them. This is why planning is so important. It forces you to take an honest look at where you are, where you want to go, and what steps are necessary to get there. Without a plan, you will miss the very opportunities you are praying for because you will not be ready to receive them. Look at the life of Jesus. He had a clear purpose, and every step he took was intentional. He did not waste time. He did not allow distractions to pull him off course. He knew his assignment, and he followed through with precision. He prepared for his ministry before stepping into it. He spent years growing in wisdom and understanding before launching into his calling. If Jesus needed preparation, how much more do we? Now, some people hesitate to plan because they are afraid of failure. They think, what if I make a plan and it doesn't work out? But let me tell you something, failure is not the enemy. The real enemy is doing nothing. It is better to step out with a plan and make adjustments along the way than to never start at all. Planning does not mean everything will go exactly as expected, but it does mean you have a foundation to build on. If you face obstacles, you can adjust your course. But if you have no plan, every setback will throw you into confusion. Another excuse people make is that they do not know what their future holds. They say, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my life. But let me ask you this. Have you taken time to seek God's direction? Have you spent time in prayer asking for clarity? Have you written down your dreams, your strengths, your passions? The Bible says in Habakkuk 2, write the vision and make it plain. When you take time to write down your plans, you are giving direction to your future. You are putting structure to your dreams. Planning is not just about setting goals. It is about creating a roadmap to fulfill your purpose. It is about breaking down your vision into actionable steps. If your dream is to start a business, what skills do you need to develop? If your vision is to impact lives, how can you begin today? If you desire financial freedom, what habits must you change? You cannot afford to live life by chance. Your future depends on the choices you make today. Many people waste time waiting for perfect conditions. They say, I will stop planning when I have more money, or I will take action when I feel ready. But let me tell you, there will never be a perfect time. You must start where you are with what you have. The key is to begin. As you move forward, God will guide you. But he cannot direct a stationary ship. You must be in motion. Think about Noah. God told him to build the ark, but he did not send the rain first. Noah had to start building before he saw any evidence of what was coming. He had to plan, to prepare, to follow the vision. And because he did, he was ready when the flood came. What would have happened if Noah had waited? If he had delayed his preparation, he would have perished with everyone else. The same principle applies to your life. If you do not plan for your future, you will find yourself unprepared when the time of opportunity arrives. One of the greatest threats to your future is procrastination. Every time you delay taking action, you are delaying your destiny. Every time you put off planning, you are pushing back your progress. The enemy does not have to destroy you. He only has to distract you long enough for you to waste your potential. Look at the people who are successful in life. They do not waste time. They are intentional about every decision they make. They wake up with purpose. They do not allow distractions to pull them away from their vision. They guard their time. They invest in their growth. They understand that every day is an opportunity to build toward the future they desire. But let me also warn you, planning alone is not enough. You must also take action. A plan without action is just a wish. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if you do not execute it, it means nothing. Too many people spend their lives planning, talking about what they are going to do, but they never actually do it. It is not enough to have a vision. You must walk in it. This is where discipline comes in. If you want to see your plans come to life, you must be disciplined. You must be willing to make sacrifices. You must be willing to say no to distractions, to delay gratification, to put in the work. Planning your future requires consistency. You cannot start today and stop tomorrow. You must be committed. Some of you are waiting for motivation to take action. Some of you are waiting for motivation to take action. But let me tell you, motivation is temporary. Discipline is what will sustain you. There will be days when you don't feel like working on your goals. There will be moments when doubt creeps in. But if you are disciplined, you will push through. You will keep going even when it's hard. Yeah. Your future is too important to be left to chance. You cannot afford to waste another year, another month, another day living without direction. It is time to take responsibility for where you are headed. Sit down today and create a plan. Write down your goals. Identify the steps needed to get there, and then commit to taking action. Remember, your future is in your hands. God has given you everything you need to succeed, but it is up to you to use it. Do not let another day pass without moving forward. The time to plan your future is now. The time to take action is today. And when you do, you will see doors open, opportunities arise, and the life you were created for begin to unfold before your eyes. There comes a moment in life when you realize that your future is not something you wait for, it is something you create. It is not something that just happens. It is something you shape, something you build, something you intentionally design with the wisdom and vision God has given you. Too many people live as if life is just a series of random events, as if they are simply passengers on a journey with no control over where they are headed. But that is not how God designed life to be. He gave you the power to plan, the ability to make decisions, and the responsibility to build the future He has called you to. One of the greatest deceptions in life is the idea that things will automatically work out for the best if we just wait long enough. Some people believe that if they sit back and do nothing, somehow their dreams will come to pass. They think that if they wait for the right opportunity, the right season, or the right circumstances, everything will fall into place. But the truth is, nothing in life changes until you decide to change it. No dream comes to pass without effort. No vision becomes reality without action. You cannot afford to wait for life to happen. You must take responsibility for shaping your future. Look at the people in the Bible who accomplished great things. None of them sat back and waited for opportunities to come to them. They took bold steps of faith. They prepared themselves. They positioned themselves for success. Joseph did not wait in prison, hoping for something to change. He used his gifts, developed his character, and when the opportunity came, he was ready. David did not sit around hoping to become king one day. He worked, he fought battles, he developed his skills, and when the time was right, he stepped into his destiny. Esther did not sit in the palace waiting for things to get better. She took action, she made a plan, and she changed the course of history. The same applies to your life. If you want to build the future you desire, you must stop waiting and start working, and start working, you must stop hoping and start preparing. You must take control of your time, your energy, and your decisions, because every choice you make today is shaping the life you will live tomorrow. One of the most important things you can do to build your future is to develop a mindset of growth. Too many people live with a fixed mindset, believing they are stuck where they are, that their abilities are limited, that their circumstances define them. But a growth mindset understands that you are always in a state of becoming. You are not stuck. You are not stuck. You are not limited. You are evolving, growing, expanding into the person God created you to be. But growth does not happen by accident. It happens through intentional effort. It happens when you commit to learning, when you invest in your personal development, when you surround yourself with the right influences. If you want to be successful in the future, you must start growing today. One of the biggest barriers to building your future is fear. Fear of failure, fear of stepping out of your comfort zone. But let me tell you something, fear is a liar. Fear will keep you in the same place, living the same life year after year, while your dreams remain unfulfilled. Fear will convince you that you are not capable, that you are not ready, that you do not have what it takes. But the only way to overcome fear is to step forward in faith. Faith is what moves mountains. Faith is what opens doors. Faith is what enables you to take risks, to pursue your vision, to believe in the future God has promised you. If you are waiting for fear to disappear before you take action, you will be waiting forever. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward in spite of it. Another key to building your future is discipline. Success is not about what you do occasionally. It is about what you do consistently. The people who achieve great things in life are not necessarily the most talented or the most gifted. They are simply the most disciplined. They are the ones who wake up early, who put in the work, who make sacrifices, who stay committed even when they do not feel like it. If you want to build a successful future, you must master discipline. You must learn to do what needs to be done, even when you do not feel like doing it. You must learn to say no to distractions, to stay focused on your goals, to develop habits that lead to success. Your future is being created by the habits you build today. If you develop the right habits, habits of prayer, of learning, of hard work, of persistence, you will build a future that is strong and secure. But let me warn you, building your future will not be easy. There will be challenges. There will be challenges. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. But the difference between those who succeed and those who fail is that successful people refuse to quit. They push through the obstacles. They keep going even when things get difficult. They understand that challenges are not meant to stop them. They are meant to prepare them. The struggles you face today are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to strengthen you. Every difficulty, every hardship, every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. If you see challenges as roadblocks, you will become discouraged. But if you see them as stepping stones, you will become unstoppable. Another critical principle in building your future is surrounding yourself with the right people. The people you allow into your life will either push you forward or hold you back. If you surround yourself with negative, small-minded people who have no vision for their own lives, they will discourage you from pursuing your dreams. But if you surround yourself with people who challenge you, who inspire you, who push you to grow, you will go further than you ever imagined. Do not waste time with people who do not believe in your vision. Do not spend your energy on relationships that drain you and pull you away from your purpose. Find mentors, find leaders, find people who are where you want to be and learn from them. Growth happens in the right environment. Lastly, building your future requires faith in God's timing. Sometimes, no matter how much you plan, no matter how hard you work, things will not happen as quickly as you want them to. But that does not mean they will not happen. It simply means that God's timing is different from yours, and His timing is always perfect. You must learn to trust the process. You must learn to be patient. You must understand that delay does not mean denial. Some of the greatest things in life take time. Some of the most powerful dreams require seasons of preparation. Do not rush the process. Do not despise the waiting season. Use it to grow, to learn, to become the person you need to be for the future God has for you. So let me ask you, what are you doing today to build the future you desire? Are you taking action, or are you taking action, or are you waiting? Are you preparing yourself, or are you procrastinating? Are you growing, or are you staying the same? Your future is not in the hands of fate. It is not in the hands of luck. It is in your hands. And the decisions you make today will determine the life you live tomorrow. Do not wait for opportunities, create them. Do not wait for the right moment. Make this moment the right one. Do not wait for success to come to you. Go after it with everything you have, because the future belongs to those who are willing to build it. The future belongs to those who refuse to settle, to those who refuse to let fear stop them, to those who are disciplined, focused, and relentless in their pursuit of their God-given purpose. So take action today. Start planning, start growing, start moving forward with confidence, because your future is waiting for you to create it. And with God on your side, there is nothing that can stop you from becoming everything you were created to be.